Okay. I have no idea what's coming next, but let's find out. I think I have enough time for one mission here. Let's do some of this, I think we've got some lore here, too. Did you need something from me?
No, it's nothing big, just I want to hear a bit more about your Earth unification thing.
It's exactly what I said when I proposed it. Fight and oppose all enemies in order to unite humanity, with enemies here meaning anyone who wants to take peace and freedom for people. Okay. I won't hesitate to fight existing authorities and organizations to accomplish that goal. So, that's still fascism. Like...
Have you been thinking about that since you were a student or something?
In vague terms, at least, I think our world is worth loving, but I also think that doesn't mean it shouldn't be changed for the better. After I become the captain of the Dreistrager and gain the ability to fight, turned into something more specific.
And that leads to our little declaration.
I'm surprised myself, to be honest. I almost can't believe I declared it out loud like that.
Really?
Look at me right now. I feel like I'm about to collapse from the pressure at any moment. Don't tell anyone about my crisis of confidence, okay? I'll have a mutiny on my hands.
Yeah, I'm not so sure, but alright.
You scared? Scared to fight under my command?
No. As long as I get paid what I asked for, I'll work to earn that pay. Well, that isn't to say it's just about money, but I do agree with what you're saying, too.
Oh, Edge.
I'll do this. For myself, and...
Captain, it's about time for the meeting, so you'll need to hurry.
Nah, come on. That was the perfect opening for my killer line. Why'd you have to show up?
Killer line? What were your intentions towards the captain just now?
Good question. Maybe exactly the same as your intentions. Edge! Managed to say most of what I wanted to. Hang in there, Captain.
Yes.
Well, the next time I'll go ahead and stop being an obstacle.
What an incredibly suspicious man. Well, he certainly is that. But ironically, I also believe he's very trustworthy.
Ma'am?
This is just my intuition speaking mine. Hitch Sangless, the Dreistrager, the Huckabine, and him. This could be very interesting. Hi, Adam. How you doing? I know you're still feeling depressed. Hope this helps a little. You at work right now?
I've got good news to report. We've succeeded in removing the limiter to the AOS. In other words, we've gone past the maximum theoretical limit the AOS was conceived of when this ship was designed. In short, we've turned the Dreistrager's main system into an unimaginable wonder. Almost seems like the Dreistrager itself is surprised. It's designed some very smart power parts to reward you with. Now let's get going, can we? Let's see if we can give this Dreice a real shock.
I think it's heading to Earth after I wrap up a couple other missions. But there's some other side stuff that they let me do first, I think, in case I want to just build up characters. I think that's probably what I want to do. Because it looks like there were a bunch of side missions that we can probably try to pick up. You wanted to chief with me, Chief Mavie? Is something the matter?
Would you believe it's not me? The Dreistrager wants a favor from you.
The Dreistrager wants what now?
The ship's main system has a built-in independent AI, right? The AI wants to test us.
Test us how exactly?
Dreistrager's been accumulating data from all of the Dry Cruiser's battles, and it seems to have synthesized combat simulator routines from that data and assigned them as on-board missions. And now will be the best way to put it that this Dreistrager is challenging us to beat it.
The Dreistrager is challenging us?
In more ways than one. I've got some
interesting ideas on what to throw it up against.
Computer-generated training courses for it sound like a good idea. Oh, it gets even better. If we manage to beat the simulations, we stand to win fabulous prizes.
then we really do have to step up and accept, don't we? Don't forget, they're just simulations. They're not worth slacking on our day jobs for. You're right, we can look into them if we have time between missions. You've got this, Captain. It may be the great warship Dry-Striker, but don't forget, we're the invincible Dry Crews. Right. If the Dry-Striker wants to test us, we'll pass with flying colors. You want a meeting with me, Chief, maybe? I know this is a big ask with us folks on this, Earth unification thing and all, but I need make a few stops. Stops? I dabble a little in studying ancient civilizations, right? The truth is, I've been trying to locate relics of prehistoric civilizations. What kind of prehistoric civilizations are we talking about? Well, we know that there are hyper-advanced peoples living on Earth before mainline recorded history, with technology way beyond what we have today. And if my research is even kind of right, relics of those civilizations are still buried all over the world, right for the taking. So you were hoping you could use the resources of the Dry Crews to investigate up close. Of course, it's not just being selfish here. I'm sure analyzing the ancient tech will allow us to develop some very interesting parts. I checked with the Dry-Striker's main system, and it backs me up on that. Very well. If it'll help the Dry Crews, I have no objections. But remember that our first priority is to unify the Earth and bring freedom and peace to its people. Investigating these ancient relics is strictly a side objective. It's all good. Unification of Earth will carry on whether we find the relics or not. If we happen to pass by a spot where I predict a relic will be, we can just swing by and take a look. So where are the relics precisely? When I say they're all over the world, I mean it! Let's see for the ones I've got leads on. There's Asia, Europe, North and South America, Oceania, Africa, and out in space we've got some in L3, L4, and L5 clusters, and on the moon too. Well, I'll keep those off the strategic mission list since they're not officially in our chart. Go ahead and note your points of interest in the map. Roger that, Captain. Oh, but one more thing, yes? I have a suspicion we won't be the only one interested in the relics. We start digging for one, we're going to have to company, and I expect they'll need business. But if we don't have the firepower for it right then, we can always put it on the back burner. Well, naturally, we'll get our investigations once we prepare for heavy combat. Alright. Okay, so we got a simulation battle here. Doesn't look like the rewards for it will be that great. Of course, I'm probably going to stomp the enemy. Let's see how long these simulations take. How many do I get to use? Oh, I only get to use one unit at a time. Interesting. Well, I guess let's... shall we make... Alright, so we got some... just normal mix of guys here. Oh, they're level 6. Level 7? This is gonna be tough. Alright. Okay, let me see here. I can put this... I don't want to put it on auto battle, but I can... Let's see if I can turn off the animations. Animations off. Alright, I've still got that one on. Counter with the leap slasher. Let's see what happens. So I have to survive until I kill 4 enemies? Is that what it said? Let's see here. I wonder if I can repeat... I'm sure I can repeat these, right? Probably a way to grind up characters in my spare time. Alright. Let's use that again. That hurt. Yeah, I had to kill those with the battleship before, right? Okay. What have I got in terms of EX attacks now? Multi-action. Let's try that. I thought it ended when I killed 4. Alright, well, we'll see. Okay, this is a crit, right? Did I use that thing? Yeah, okay. Nice. Yeah, okay, there we go. Victory conditions have been met. Do I get to keep the experience I got? Okay, it's not letting you repeat that. Huh, alright. Did I get... I can assign parts, I'm sure, right? Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, we want to increase that. Let's put something into some of the others here. Well, yeah, let's increase the movement range. That's all we can do with that for now. No, I didn't get much in terms of that. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we got in terms of the... Alright, area missions. Alright, so this'll send us to Earth. I think. Okay, this is a DLC mission. Let's try the DLC mission, Adam. What do you think? When I was playing with the other characters, they had a DLC mission on there where it was, they did like a beach episode. It kind of cracked me up. Alright, so... Earth orbit. Dimensional boundary distortions.
We'll be arriving at DVD site momentarily. DVD, dimensional boundary distortion phenomenon. I've heard they've been sighted in multiple locations recently, as if our world wasn't in enough turmoil already. We don't have time to complain. For now, we're assisting in the investigation. We detected combat in the vicinity of our destination. Which forces are involved? Unknown. Neither are affiliated with Earth Federation forces. Mobile teams prepare to scramble. Dry crews will rush to the site.
Spirit of Steel. Whoa! Okay, yeah, we know that one from, that's, I think that's the SRX. Yeah, that's Ryusei. So this is, from the, Super Robot Wars, original generation games. The ones on that started on Game Boy Advance.
Hey, what's going on here? We were training near Jupiter until a few seconds ago. Why, that's the Earth, isn't it? Are you saying we were thrown from Jupiter to Earth in a matter of seconds? I can only assume that it happened because we fell into that dimensional distortion, but...
Captain, I've confirmed our location. We're in Earth's satellite orbit.
So it was a warp.
I'm afraid not.
There's subtly a definite difference between the Earth we know and this Earth in front of us. Hold on, are you saying it's the Earth but not our Earth? That's one way to put it. So this is what, a parallel universe?
Well, that seems to be the most likely answer.
You gotta be kidding me.
We should go thoroughly assess the situation. Let's try to contact the inhabitants of this world. Wait, I'm detecting multiple approaching heat signatures. Yeah, kind of, Adam.
Who the hell are these guys?
Well, they're certainly not a terrestrial origin.
This is Lieutenant Aya Kobayashi of the SRX team, affiliated with Earth Federation forces. Please respond. We are not hostile. May I request a meeting? We are in need of information.
Yeah, looks like they're not much for talking. This may be they may be unmanned drones.
We gotta fight! No way I'm dying in some unknown world.
It's your call, Lieutenant.
You're authorized for battle. We're returning fire in self-defense. Okay, let's roll through with the SRX.
We have to be prepared for anything. We can't remain combined forever, so it may be wiser to decombine.
Or we could just take them out fast. It won't be a problem.
I agree with Ryusei on this one. Lieutenant, I'll conserve the tronium engine's power.
Alright. Sorry, Aya. I know how hard it is to maintain your TK field this long.
Don't worry about me. I have no intention of dying in a foreign world either.
Get that out of the way. Let's do this! Alright then, so I don't know who you are, but you can't stop the SRX.
So the SRX is 3 mobile suits combined, basically. Let's see there. That one requires more morale than God. I can do it. Let's see which blade kick does more damage. Let's do this. It's a lot of energy. What the heck?
Don't worry about me. Focus on the enemy. Roger, but let me know if you're in pain. Stay sharp, will you say? Those machines seem to be the product of extraterrestrial civilizations. Their concept design is closer to aerogators than it is to ours. So they could be aliens here to invade this Earth, right? All the worries in a fight. They may be our world, may not be our world, but the SRX is still sworn to protect the Earth.
Oh, I forgot to turn off, turn the animations back on. Alright, well, we'll get to see it in a second. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Crud. That's okay.
回避パターンに無駄が多いぞ。結果オーライってことにしといてくれ。
Let's see, will that kill? No. That'll do it.
Oh, 惜しい。本当に惜しかったぜ。物事には順序ってもんがあるからな。食らえブレードキック。何者か知らねえが SRX の力を見せてやるぜ。念動集中。飛行剣ザインナッカー。
Yep, that's sufficiently over the top to be from to fit in Super Robot Wars original generation.
回避完了。次の相手はドイツだ。
That'll do.
惜しい。本当に惜しかったぜ。コンピューターなんぞにやられてたまるか。
外すなよ流星。
ガウンジェノサイダー。
I'm running low on energy. I don't think.
100年早いんだよ。
Let's see here. That's not going to use any. Yeah, let's do that. Is that a? Okay, that's not going to kill it. Okay, I do need to use the kick. Alright, that's fine.
なんだよ、その程度の攻撃しかできねえのか。ガンダウェイなんてやらせるか。おりゃあ 食らえブレードキック。
Let's try not to run out of... Let's see how that works. Alright. I don't want to run out of energy.
誰だろうとこっちに仕掛けてくるんならそこだハイフィンガーランチャー
Oh, dodged.
Nowのパターンはダメだ。次は当てられるぞ。
厳しいのね。
Still not enough SP to boost that any. Alright. See if this goes any better this time.
Nowのパターンはダメだ。次は当てられるぞ。
厳しいのね。コンピューターなんぞにやられてたまるか。食らえ食らえ食らえ。回避完了。次の相手はドイツだ。売られた喧嘩は買ってやるぜ。そこだハイフィンガーランチャー。
The way those three robots fit together makes no sense, by the way. It's kind of like Get a Robo in that respect, I suppose.
ここでわけも分からずやられるわけにいくか。そこだハイフィンガーランチャー。100年早いんだよ。物事には順序ってもんがあるからな。食らえ食らえ食らえ。
How do I do this? There we go. There is no kill like overkill!
コンピューターなんぞにやられてたまるか。
T リンクフルコンタクト。
Z ソード射出。トロニウムエンジンフルドライブ。
全てを切り裂け SRX。 超必殺。天上天下粘土爆砕剣。粘土爆砕。
Well, we're not dead yet! And the SRX was able to resist. The lieutenant seems fine. Well, time for the big question. What now? Well, we need to get in contact with someone. Intelligent breeding beings, preferably. Stand alert, you two. I'm detecting a massive heat signature. Holy smokes, that's one colossal battleship. Could it be the source of those unmanned units? And it appears to be Earth-made, but... I am Commander Mitsuma Grey Valley of the Tri-Cruise Earth Federation Autonomous Corps. We've come to confirm the situation. Please respond. Earth Federation? Could it be the same organization that exists in our world? Well, sounds like you can talk to these guys. This is Captain Aya Kobayashi of the SRX team, affiliated with the Earth Federation forces. The SRX team? Never heard of them. I suppose it might be classified special squadron. That heavy SR of theirs is not in our military database, Mitsuma. Captain Kobayashi, we're here to investigate the DBD. We'd like to ask you a few questions. You're welcome to come aboard. Please follow the guidelines and enter our hangar. Well, let's go, Aya. At least we'll be able to settle down. Of course you would be so reckless. Hold it, Ryusei. What now? I know it's another world, but they're still Earth Federation. I'm sure we can talk to them. That doesn't mean we should trust them until we know more. So you'd rather have us drift through space for the rest of our lives? Or you head for the ship? Are you sure about this, Captain? Ryusei's right. We don't know enough to survive on our own either. Let's make contact first, but be ready to run at a moment's notice, just in case. Roger that. And Ryusei, I know it's hard for you, but stay vigilant. I get it, sheesh. Seriously, I don't think it'll come to that. Why do you say that? Just call it a hunch. I don't think we're gonna have to fight that shit. In fact, I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. And that's all I can say about the phenomena we've encountered. Parallel worlds. While they've been proven to exist, I never thought we'd encounter them in such a fashion. I suppose it could come as a surprise. Still, having compared our knowledge, it's the only possible conclusion. Yeah, when you're looking at live examples, you can only accept the truth, no matter how crazy it sounds. Maybe. Sorry to butt in, Captain, but this topic is right up my alley. No need to apologize. What do you think? There's nothing to think. As I say, you can only accept what you see as the truth. Personally, I'm more interested to know how exactly the dimensional boundary was broken, if only temporarily. Yeah, you seem like a sciencey type. You wouldn't happen to know how we can go back home, would you? That's out of my area of expertise. Actually, I'm afraid that out of anyone's area of expertise, you can't really major in interdimensional travel, you know? Wait, that means we're stuck here. Oh, it's too soon to give up, guys. If we're able to come here, there's gotta be a way back, I'm sure of it. We're alive, so we have to keep looking until we find one. Where there's life, there's hope. I'm optimist. I like it. You'll fit right in with the dry crease. Are you suggesting? I am, how about it, Captain? Why not invite them to our team? Considering their strength, we can't just let them wander around without rhyme or reason. I say finders keepers. We can certainly use them. So you may be taking advantage of us. Of course. At the same time, you'd be taking advantage of us in turn. I beg your pardon? Our team of dry crews is an autonomous corps. We have a ton of freedom, including choice of personnel. Our area of operations is pretty wide, so we gather a lot of intel. We could even run into something that might help you. Long story short, you'd be sharing that intel with us in exchange for our cooperation. You got it! I love it when things get this easy. I think that works for us too. But, from my understanding, a dry crew squadron is basically like the Londo Bells. The Londo Bells, you say? It's a squadron we're affiliated with, the same as yours. Huh. There's a Londo Bell on our Earth as well. Well, this may not be our world, but it's still Earth. We're still going to fight for peace, at least until we can go home. I'm glad to hear that, truly. If you do choose to assist us, be assured that you'll never be forced to take part in operations against your will. I understand, Commander. In return for your protection, the SRX team will hereby join the Dragons. Thank you, Captain, and welcome aboard. You? Right? Is that okay with you? Hey, it's your call, Captain. We trust your judgment. No objections here. I wasn't sure what to expect after those drones attacks, but I think we're set now. So that means you're fighting with us. Welcome aboard. I hope we can get along. Uso, did you end up here as well? I'm sorry, have we met? Don't you recognize me? They may look the same. These aren't our friends. They must be from their parallel versions of this world. Parallel versions? What's this about parallel versions? Hey, I've read that in manga. It was this cool story about a world almost the same as ours that existed in another dimension. In other words, a parallel world. Does that mean you're... Indeed. I don't really get it, but it sounds like you're far away from home. Must be rough. Well, we've been fighting together as comrades from now on, so let us know if there's anything you need. We'll try to help however we can.
Thanks, buddy. I'm glad this Uso's a nice kid, too. For starters, I'd like to know about the robots in this world.
Look at them. He's supposed to be a parallel version, but Ryusa is getting along with like second nature. I wonder if we'll run into other familiar faces. Dimensional boundary distortions reported in multiple locations throughout the world. Now visitors from a parallel world. What's going on? I don't know yet, but I have a very bad feeling I can't shake. If you take the Earth missions, you wind up with the Psybuster instead of the SRX. Where's Ryusa? Here we go. Alright, let's take a look. No, okay. Need a lot for that, alright. It's gonna make that thing a monster. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Oh, wow. That one's looking a little tough. Londo Bell receives a new Gundam and Luo accompanies the quest. Oh, that's got to be the Narrative Gundam. Let's see if we have enough time to do this one. I'm going to wrap this up about 6 o'clock. Colony Londenium. Londenian, huh? Londenian, that means Londo Bell! I've heard of them. They're like autonomous units that stopped Axis during Char's rebellion, right? Exactly. Sounds like Commander Mitsubo wants Londo Bell to join the Dry Crews. Granted, I'm dubious about whether doing so will really improve our unit much. Huh? Why? The current Londo Bell has almost no actual fighting force.
Ugh, wait, why is a big shot autonomous unit like that?
Well, to start with, they famously lost their Mobile Suit team leader, Amuro Ray, during Char's rebellion. After that, they helped cripple the masterminds such as they were behind Laplace's box. But that was judged an overreach of their authority as an autonomous unit, and now they're an honorary posting more than anything. So if Captain Mitsuba knows that, then why are we going to Londenia?
You'd have to ask the captain herself, not me.
Londo Bell, huh? And that is my request of you. You wish for us to handle the mobile suit tests, as well as employ the pilot. Furthermore, you allowed me, Michelle Luo, to board the monitor the test.
You will be my secretary. You will let my secretary Brick Teclado and the suit's maintenance staff accompany you as well. Very well. I understand your offer. So, what I don't understand is why you come to me, as you must know Lano Bell is all but decommissioned. You might call it connection. You mean a political connection? No, the ties between people, convergent moments, serendipity. The world turns unified as one by connections we sometimes call fate. It is this kind of connection that draws Luo and company to choose Lando Bell for this project. I see. A wisdom I should have expected from Luo Wuman's right hand, Michelle Liu. And I was not aware you'd heard of me. I have my own connections with Luo and company since the Grips War. I've heard that your abilities in fortune tellers have been guiding the hand of the Luo wheel. Then I hope that gives you some respect for my judgment in this matter. Here, Captain Bright, allow me to offer you this useful piece of information. If you're trying to offer me something for my nose, I'll pass. Perhaps that offer might sell well at the top brass, though. I'm well aware. I'm also aware that it is exactly that attitude of yours that has ensured you remain stuck in the position you're in. The information I'd like to offer you is significantly more personal. For example, I could tell you where you might find a dear friend of yours. You're offering to tell my fortune. If you're concerned, don't be. This comes from Luo and Company's information network. Yeah, thanks to Laplace's box incident, Anaheim Electronics is failing. Luo and Company's influence is immeasurable. Yes, well, the RX-9 we will give you is to ensure you can act on the information you receive. Captain Bright, I do hope you're willing to accept our offer.
We'll now begin the test. Deploy the Narrative Gundam.
Narrative Gundam? What is it exactly, I wonder? So they've given us... They threw Bright into this story even though he wasn't in narrative. Good. It seems the Apex have been well set up. Espionage? He's supposed to be dead by this point. Yeah, honestly, I'm shocked we can stuff that much equipment into this beanpole of a suit. Guess that's what you get from a new Gundam prototype model, though. It's an old design, but a good one. Where did you learn that? I've been with Captain Bright since the good old AU days. I handled a whole bunch of Gundams through the years. I worked on the new Gundam, too. I could tell the moment I laid eyes on it. Mrs. Michelle. I don't mind. I was bound to come up with something. As long as he doesn't pay close attention to what's inside the narrative, it doesn't matter. Anyway, the point is you can trust us to work on this. I was concerned about betting on Bright's capabilities. I'm glad to see that this is already proving fruitful. Hey, what capabilities the Captain are you talking about? He has the power that attracts Gundams to him. I suppose that's the simplest way to put it. Ensign Jonah Basta, report your current status. Narrative's doing fine. I'm going to test the expansion boosters. How's it looking? He seems fine, but at this point I wouldn't exactly say he's a stand-up pilot. According to his service history, he was apparently part of a different unit before he came to us and trained there, but the rating of him was what he was ultimately just above average. Isn't a rookie like him as some other test pilot for Luo and Company's secret bubble suit? What do you think, Captain? I agree with the evaluation. He's not bad, but that's about all I can say. You think he has a new type potential? Don't tease me unless you're starting to believe in those connections Miss Michelle was on about. Suppose I do it. After all, you once again got a Gundam under your command, Captain. Yeah, Gundam with Lando Bell seems like good bait indeed. We could confirm unknown units approaching. We may have good bait, but we only just started fishing. That was fast. It's Neo Zeon. Lando Bell's nemesis, Neo Zeon. Well, I thought we'd have to lure out whoever was skulking around, but I didn't expect them to jump at the bat with the bait with this numbers right away. Retreat, Ensign Jonah. Get out of there. Yes, sir. There, have the narrative move forward. Michelle, you're not allowed to be on the bridge during combat. As your sponsor, I will not hesitate to speak on how the narrative should be used. This ship will need you to cover retreat anyway. Do you understand, Jonah? If you're going to chase it down, you must be strong enough to shred through foes like these. Wait, what are we chasing? Captain Bright, give the narrative the order to attack. I'll do everything I possibly can. Alright, don't do anything reckless. Yes, sir. Rock Howland will move forward as well. Support the Narrative Gundam. I've got to do this. You will do this, Jonah. It's the only way to make amends for my sins. God, I love the soundtrack to that movie.
Narrative Gundam, our secret ace to capture the Phoenix. I will master it for Rita's sake!
I don't know why everyone hated Narrative Gundam. I love it.
向かってくるならガンダムの看板は下ろすんだな了解したここまでだ牽制のつもりかガンダムタイプやれるのか撃ち落とす牽制のつもりか応戦するしかないここはミサイルでモニターの半分が死んだかガンダムには俺も恨みがある向かってくるなら
Going crazy.
体が動いてくれるそうやって仕掛けてくるなら向かってくるならくそこれがガンダムの力か
Vigilante might be dead in my head.
ガンダムを落とせば宇宙の民の怒りを知れこの調子でいければ応戦するしかない一発でいいくそこれがガンダムの力か
The Type A beam rifle should be doing more damage than that. Oh well. Who's in the... Alec, really? I don't think she actually got in a... Was she ever actually in a mobile suit in that movie? Might have piloted the Girl Zulu for a little bit. That's a command type there. Ooh, she's level 9. Okay. Okay, we can't use the capture clause? Come on. I guess that only works if they have a psycho armor on the suit.
期待をつけるしかない
So the Dry Stronger better show up soon, because I don't think Jonah's going to be able to take all these out on his own. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, look up on YouTube. This thing fighting the Phoenix Gundam was fun. That whole sequence was neat.
ガンダムの伝説に救われるのか。
But yeah, the idea is it was one of several prototypes for the new Gundam, so it has
相手がガンダムだろうと。
psycho frames handling in the cockpit. But that's it was supposed to be a much older
な
model,
りに訓練は受けてきたんだ。
but Leo retrofits it with parts from the Unicorn Gundam,
買ってくるな。
which is supposed to be illegal.
俺とは格が違うというのか。
Okay, I've got enough morale now to use the high mega cannon. Ah, what the heck, let's just blast the heck out of him. And Jonah has this special suit he wears that enhances his Psycho new type abilities.
このまま敵を引きつける。反撃に移るぞ。位置確認。ミサイル着弾予測。その位置。やれる。発射。そこ。当たれ。 やるんだ。
Let's see. Let's not waste too much more energy. Oh, what the heck.
敵機を発見した。頭を抑える。シンプルな攻撃は分かりやすい。そうやって仕掛けてくるな。陽動修正、地弾着弾、12000、調停。よし、射撃、今。
But Michelle and Jonah are both
いっけー。
they're trying to find the sort of undead spirit of their friend Rita, who died in the cockpit of the Phoenix Gundam, but her ghost still controls it, so that's why they're trying to track it down. All of them were victims of the Titan's Psycho new type programs.
ガンダムタイプやれるのか。当たれよ。この調子でいければ追いついてみせる。向かってくるな。証拠を抜かれたか。 足を引っ張るつもりはない。飛び込めばいける。食らえ。どうし。あとは頼むぞ。
I'd like to see the rest of that team. The Jagan team from that movie was pretty cool too. The giant sniper rifles they had were great. Alright. Ah, there we go. That's some Char's counterattack music there. Neo Zeon's rapid response to it. It's almost unnaturally fast. I need to be wary about this.
指揮系統を潰してやる。ここから先には行かせん。各砲座、弾幕を張れ。逃がすなよ。何としても落とせ。撃て。撤退するしかないのか。
You can't see this right now, but I'm pretending to conduct the orchestra here. Sorry about that. They're putting up a better fight than I imagined. Brass thinks they can win over that one by just crushing the Londo Bell. It's never that easy. Still, they knew the Londo Bell had the new machine. How did they find that out so easily? Captain, this is going very badly. No, I think we'll be fine. Let's see here. How many do I get? 10? Alright. Thank you for coming, Dry Crews. I am Commander Mitsuba Grey Valley of the Dry Crews. We are here to provide support.
Who lit a fire on the captain? She's really into it this time.
You did well, Ensign Children. Now let our allies take over while you retreat. No, I can still contribute. Very well if you insist. Don't push your luck. Especially if you have greater tasks in your sights. Yes, sir. Well, looking like the break of a Gundam's got a pilot with some guts. That man! I can't say why, but I feel a strong will from him. All units, back up Londo Bell and intercept Neo Zeon units.
Roger that. Can't let the captain's hype outshine mine!
See which does better at. Okay. Alright, I got about 50-50 chance.
部隊指揮官はお前か。出すぎるからこうなる。戦速、投速度を維持しろ。了解。戦速、投速度を維持。ネオジオンめ、こんな時にミサイル全発射管を開け。ダメだ。うわ相手がガンダムだろうと当たれよ。体が動いてくれる。追いついてみせる。
It'd be kind of funny to see Bright smack Jonah, though. I mean, that's a meme in Gundam, the Bright slap. Bright gives you the back of his hand and turns you into a man. Alright, let's see if this will hit. This might be bad. We'll see.
出すぎるからこうなる。被害状況確認急げ。格納庫に被弾。現在消火中です。 奴らを叩くのがロンドベルの任務だ。メガリュウ手法発射。
Alright, that was a good hit.
撤退するしかないのか。ガンダムを落とせば多少の戦力差が体が動いてくれる。逃げるつもりか。行かせるか。うわ
See if this hits.
舞台指揮官はお前か。ここまでだ。この程度でラーカイラムが沈むか。ネオジオンの好きにさせるなよ。メガリュウ手法撃て。連邦軍の中でも別格ということか。
Alright, let's do it. Managed to soak up the damage pretty well.
戦艦など目の前の敵から叩く。ネオジオンは波状攻撃で気を抜くなよ。ネオジオンめ、こんな時に機銃で応戦しろ。ロンドベルめ、噂以上だな。
Alright, this one's gonna hurt.
戦場に鈴を鳴らしに来たが、向かってくるなら。
That's gonna be painful.
士気の高さはこちら以上か。ネオジオンめ、こんな時に手法発射。
Ah, dodged.
鈴を鳴らすだけが仕事かよ。
Oh, she's incoming. Alright.
ネオジオンの残党とは違う。飛び込めばいける。食らえ。隊長、申し訳ありません。ヨーダバスター、行きます。止まれ。しかない。
Alright, let's get the Londo Bell out of there. Jonah's level 8. Okay. What do I find so fun about war? I don't know. These games are just fun.
Gundam だろうと相手になってしないと。だがどうやって応戦するしかない。向かってくるなら撤退するしかないのか。
Alright, I gotta wrap this up. Let's turn off animations. Yeah, I figured that was... she's gonna be pretty powerful. Alright, let's see if I can get Uso out of there. No, maybe he can take that out. Alright, level 6 for Uso, alright. Where's Marbet? Okay, that didn't go well. Alright.
If I can take down a commander, Damn you, Gundam! Once again you appear to oppose Gazea! I have higher max speed, but I can't react to their finer movements. If I can't read the enemy's moves, I don't have a hope.
目標を視認できた。飛ばえ。
また我々はガンダムにやられるのか。ガンダム、その存在は射ぬべきだ。逃がすものか。
体が動いてくれる。
Nice. All right.
Alright,
we're gonna turn off the animations. Alright.
迎撃する。加盟だけで専用機をもらったわけではない。借りは返す。逃がすものか。これならやれるかも。
Doubt this is gonna hit.
誰も死なせはしないんだからね。いただく。救援が望めない以上。
No, it did. Alright, she's almost dead. That's good.
追いつける距離だ。そこか。
Yeah, we get it. You got that special bolt buff of yours. Charge! Alright, that's gonna do it. Overkill, but...
ちょっとおしゃれさんなのら突っ込んでって行ってきます塩辛パワーダメだもう機体が
Wow, that took her up to level 10. Okay.
Can't fight anymore. This is Elec. I'm falling back. The enemy command unit is retreating. Xeon is behind them almost surely with Republic of Xeon. Federation and Xeon, the war between Earthnoids and Space Noids has changed, but it still continues to this day.
Alright. That's right, she was level 9. Alright, maybe I should let Marbet get that kill. Just to give her... because she's not doing so well right now. Let's see here. Zooter's 5. Oh, I forgot to turn off the animations. Alright, alright.
来るなら来い。調子いいな、玉木。
でしょでしょそれちょっとおしゃれさんなのらだったれ
モニターの半分が死んだか。
Alright, let's see how it goes. It's probably not gonna miss. It's probably gonna miss. Yeah, there we go. Alright. 2 misses. Alright. Ah, heck with it.
So the whole reason the Dry Cruise came up to Londinium? Nah, I guess it's because Commander Mitsuba's and Bright Noah is a Bright Noah fangirl. I kind of doubt that's all there is to it. Hey, you okay? Child? Why is there a child fight? Sorry, is there a problem? That's not what I was trying to say. Commander Mitsuba, I'd like to ensure I understand the situation. May I have permission to board the Dreistrager? You have my permission. I'll be waiting for you, Captain Bright. Earth unification? That's the goal we fought for so far, but I'm not sure you can handle it. I don't know. Well, can't have been an easy journey for someone who was a student not so long ago. You have my respect for that, Captain Mitsuba. I appreciate the compliment, Captain Bright. I'll accept your request to have Alondo Bell join the Dry Cruise. Thank you so very much. However, I personally choose to refuse the position of leader. Commander Mitsuda, the Dry Cruise is yours to command. But, sir, why? I can't imagine anyone better suited to the role. What precisely makes me so well suited? What? My experience? My rank? None of that's what you need. But still, the world's begun to move towards a new era. The very Earth unification you speak of will be the tailwind to push that era forward. I'm choosing to follow your passion, that's all. That passion's what Commodore Fikes is counting on. You're young and full of hope. Think so? He reached out to me before all this. He foresaw that you would get this command. Don't get me wrong, I sincerely want you to stay in command, and that has nothing to do with this Commodore. It's no different than you, really. I became commander of the White Base as an officer cadet myself under stressful circumstances. I threw caution and fears to the wind and fought, and then somewhere along the line, people decided I was a famous captain. So you should do what you feel best. I'll support your decision. You think I can? It isn't a matter of can or can't. You will. Think of it as duty of anyone who command honors. I see. Also have faith in those you surround yourself with. A commander's role need not be a lonely one. And, give him the back of your hand once in a while. No, he didn't actually say that part. Pardon the intrusion. I see you're busy, but... Michelle, I didn't think you'd come aboard the Dreistrager. I was informed by the executive officer of the ship, Reynolds, that you would be joining the Autonomous Corps. I wish to inform you that Luo and Company is not concerned with this, and as long as the Narrative and Jonah Boster are still admitted to your unit. Of course, I intend for him to join the Dry Cruise with us. Understood. We will continue to accompany you then. However, Michelle, today you'll be the only time I permit you to involve yourself in strategic matters. I cannot agree to that. However, I will at least refrain as much as possible. Very well, for both our sakes, I encourage you to keep your behavior within reason. Incidentally, this is a good chance to hand over the information I promised you. However, you'll be receiving it from someone other than myself. What do you mean? I'm given to understand the Dry Cruise is permitted to act through the entire Earth sphere. Should you return to the surface at any point, please visit San Francisco, North America. My sister is there, Stephanie. Inquire about her with your friend. Hey, you're part of the Dry Cruise. Mention Jonah, which means you could potentially be deployed anywhere in the Earth sphere. Dry Cruise. Narrative A-Packs are space gear. If you're going to fight in some atmosphere, it'll have to be the B-Packs, so I'll make sure to check them in too. Of course, B-Packs can always be used in space, so feel free to swap as the situation demands. Roger. So you're the pilot of this thick chunk of a Gundam? Who are you? We're the Strike Team, part of the Dry Cruise. We thought we'd come by and say hello to a new comrade. We'll be fighting together, after all. Well, after all it's said and done, you're the one who really wanted to beat you as Uso here. You're that child. Yeah! Don't you go treating Uso like a child now. Kid's special, he's practically a miracle. You're a child. Wait for me, Rita. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna reach you, and I have to fight and survive with the Dry Cruise. Oh, there's Zoltan. Welcome back, Lieutenant Alec. Lieutenant Zoltan. What a shame your mission was a failure. Yeah, real shame that. Too bad my Sinunjo Stein wasn't ready to roll, huh? That could have made all the difference. Hey, don't feel too sad, Lieutenant. Next time I'll keep you company. That was a defective red comet. Zoltan's one of a bunch of clones of Char they made. But something about him came out wrong. So he's extra loopy. Alright, I'm gonna quit for the night. Maybe we'll continue this tomorrow after I'm done with classes. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you all have a good night.